So here's my digital technology evaluation, and it is on my AS and A2 work, and during this work I used technologies such as YouTube, Serif, Hotmail, my phone, Serif Page Plus, Blogger, Wix, a small camera, SD cards, Microsoft Publisher, Internet Explorer, Google, tripods, the website Dafonts, Windows Live Movie Maker, Microsoft PowerPoint, USB cables, and Twitter. For my AS task, I was asked to make a music magazine, and here it is. This is my front cover, my double page spread, and my contents page. And I mainly used Blogger to record all of my research on. As you can see here, it's quite easy to look at your blog and to make your blog, and here is my Blogger. I also used Internet Explorer, small cameras, my phone, Serif Page Plus, and SD cards. But to start off with, I decided to research other music magazines using Internet Explorer, and to be more specific, Google. And this allowed me to look at other professional magazines and to understand how to make my magazine fit within a pop genre. I then used a small Samsung camera, such as this one, and my HTC phone to take photos of the people I wanted to be displayed in my magazine. I use my phone because it has interesting effects such as these. And you can put these onto photos, and my phone also has a high quality camera. The camera allowed me to take high quality pictures. As you can see, this is my front cover and it was taken with my phone. And I took some photos with my camera, and I learned how to zoom accurately, how to use the camera and how to use macro, and how to adjust the settings to my liking. I then used a USB cable to transfer the data off the camera and onto a computer. This was sometimes difficult because the data of the camera we would misplace the cable quite a lot. To get the images off my phone was different, however. I decided to send the images to my Hotmail account. As you can see, it's quite easy to access. And you can access the Hotmail off any computer, and that made it easier to store the photos, as it stores the photos in just one place for you. To make my magazine, I used Serif Page Plus, which I found difficult to use because I had never used it before, and as you can see, there's so many buttons on it. So I found it very difficult to use because I had never used it before. But I learned that you can use features on it, such as Photo Plus and Cutout Studio, as I could only, at the moment, add photos, crop them, and add text. And here is Photo Plus, and this allows you to change the colour, the brightness, and it has many other effects to alter the photo to your liking. As you can see, these are all the effects. And then I also learned how to use the Cutout Studio, which allows you to make many other alterations to the photo to your liking. Cutout Studio helped me because I cut out the background of this image using this red cursor, went along the line of her body, and it allowed me to just apply her onto the page in the background there, as you can kind of see. I also used a website called Dafonts, here it is, and I found it interesting because you can use any font and you can look for a style of your choice, and I used it on my magazine headings. And the website is really easy to use, as you can just type in, up there, you can just type in a specific kind of font you are looking for, or you can just browse through many that they already have. But definitely the main thing I used during my AS work was Blogger. At first it was hard to use, but I think the more you go on it, then the more you understand it. Blogger allowed me to regularly post research and planning and display my final piece. As you can see here, this is just a normal post, as I've put. It has a heading, it has some information, and it has a video clip on it, as Blogger lets you add video clips too. It also let my friends and teachers to allow them to leave comments, which is my audience feedback. And I also put my blog address on my Twitter page for people to click on, and it was a link to my Blogger off Twitter. I also have some artistic skills which helped when making my blogger, as I made sure it was eye-catching and interesting to read. One thing I didn't like is how Blogger is, it's hard to find something specific you are looking for on Blogger, as it uses a blog archive like this, and it puts things under the month, so it's hard to find the actual thing you were looking for on Blogger, because you could have done many things in that month and you would have to click on the month and then look for the thing that you were actually looking for. It orders your content. For example, the post you want may not be seen first. As you see, it will put your latest posts at the bottom. As you can see, it goes from December at the top and October. And this is my A-level work. For my A-level work, I was asked to produce a digipack and a music video and some posters to advertise it. The meaning of advertising. These are my two posters advertising my music video, as you can see. And this is my digipack, the front cover and the back cover. So I used a variety of media technology. For example, I used DAF fonts again for the heading of my digipack and posters. DAF font was useful and it was handy, seeing as I already knew how to use it, as I explained before I used it. I also used a small camera and I placed it on a tripod to record my music video, and it looks something like this. The good thing about using the video camera was that it had a screen that pulls out from the side, and it can be tilted so it's easier to record, and it has settings which allow you to change the sound volume, the brightness, and various other effects, such as slow motion effect, which was good, but it came out in quite a bad quality. The bad thing about it was that it wasn't very high quality once I transferred the data onto a computer. However, the tripod was really good to use because it allowed me to film at different heights and have steady and leveled shots. However, it was tricky to set up and to get each leg of the tripod level so that it wouldn't film on an angle. This time, instead of using a cable to transfer my data from the camera to a computer, I just took the SD card out of the camera and into a laptop. This was much easier, as I always knew where the SD card was, and it was much simpler, and it's more of a drag and drop off the SD card onto the computer rather than waiting for everything to upload by using a USB cable. The media technology I use the most would have to be Wix, as it's just like Blogger, only better. However, it's hard to learn how to work everything if you don't know how to use it, and I didn't really know how to use it, so it was quite difficult at first, but I think you do learn quite easy. I'd say it took me a few hours to get used to how it operates. Wix allows you to make your own website, and with your own URL address, and you can put video clips and images and posts on it. Just like my Blogger, I made my Wix website look artistic and appealing to use and look at. I also use Wix tab features, as you can see up here. And this made it easy to navigate around the site. And I linked my Wix site to my YouTube account, so these are all my videos which are actually on my Wix website. And I also know how to work YouTube because I have a personal YouTube account myself, which I've been using for years, so this also helped me. So as you can see here, I've created a quite artistic website, and these are all the videos off the YouTube account, and I've added images to it, and here's all the settings which allow you to work it. And that's basically all of the technology I used during my work. Thank you.